we can look at 4 core techniques that people can start doing today. First one, we talked about dream planning. They're called the 4 Ds, right? All begin with D. First one, dream planning. So as I've discussed this before, decide what you want to do in your first or next lucid dream and go big. If you're going to actually bother doing the lucid dreaming techniques, some of which mean like waking up at 4:00 in the morning, falling asleep, doing this certain visualization, all this kind of stuff, you need a good reason to do it. So don't just like, I want to have a lucid dream to kind of look around. That's not going to be enough. Like imagine I'd said to you, you've got an hour several hours with the world's top hypnotherapist. What would you want to work on? Because essentially anything you can work on through hypnotherapy, you can work on through lucid dreaming. So look at that. If I had access to the world's top hypnotherapist, what trauma would I want to work with? Or what fear would I want to integrate? Or what element of my confidence would I want to optimize? Or what part of my life would I want to transform? Have a goal of what you want to do and make a dream plan. Write it out. In my next lucid dream, I call out to meet my inner child. I embrace them with love. And through this embrace, I heal any and all of my childhood lack of self-confidence, for example. Then draw a picture of it, stage 2. So you draw a little stick man picture of it happening. And then stage 3, your sankalpa, that would be what you actually call out in the lucid dream. It's a Sanskrit word that means like will or intent. That might be literally like inner child come to me or something like that, right? So dream planning, first one. Second one is dream recall. So you mentioned this, remembering your dreams, because unless you remember them, you're unlikely to get lucid. Lucid dreaming is predicated on knowing the dream state so well that you know it while you're in it. So unless you regularly remember your dreams, you're not going to remember to have lucid dreams, right? So first thing, remember your dreams. Barrier 1 to remove for this. Everybody dreams. Many people listening will be thinking, I don't dream. You do dream. There is no way to stop the human brain from dreaming other than a heavy head injury or a stroke. And even then, within a few weeks, the brain will rewire itself and start dreaming, because dreaming is so important to our survival, because we dream to remember and we dream to forget. We dream to consolidate memory and we dream to integrate trauma. I don't like the word forget, but to integrate trauma. So dreaming is, you can't stop yourself from dreaming. So you're definitely dreaming. How to do this? Fall asleep reciting an affirmation. As you fall asleep, you go through this hypnotic state called the hypnagogic state. So as you fall asleep tonight, be saying over and over again, tonight I remember my dreams. I have excellent dream recall. Tonight I remember my dreams. I have excellent dream recall. That's D number 2. D number 3, you've mentioned already, keeping a dream diary, keeping a sleep journal. So when you wake up in the morning or even in the middle of the night, if you can be bothered, jot down your experience. Now, your experience could be, I was dreaming about this and that and that and that. Or the experience could be, I can't remember my dreams. And it took me a while to fall asleep and I feel a bit anxious. That's a fine entry too. If you can't remember the dreams, at least write something. Why do we write it down? That third D, dream diaries. Because the act of writing down your dreams allows you to spot patterns. And this is where the lucid dreaming comes in. Let's say you spent a week writing down your dreams. Then at the end of the week, you look through your dream diary and you see, I always dream of being in the house I grew up in as a kid. Or like, twice I dreamt of zombies. Or every month I dream of my dead grandma. You'll start to see these patterns emerging. And these things, like dead grandma, being in the house you grew up in, dead relative, this kind of stuff, these are all dream signs. A dream sign is basically any part of the dream that signals to you that it is a dream. So, dead relatives, weird things happening, friends you haven't seen for ages being in your dreams, those all would indicate that you're dreaming, right? So the act of writing down the dreams, you start to spot patterns. And then the final D, dream signs. Once you've spotted your dream sign, so let's say it's that you were dreaming your dead grandma, then you can fall asleep. And before sleep, you say, well, look, if between now and breakfast I see my dead grandma, I must be dreaming. No two ways about it. 100% I'm dreaming. So then you can fall asleep with an affirmation. Tonight I dream of grandma. When I dream of grandma, I know I'm dreaming. Tonight I dream of grandma. When I dream of grandma, I know I'm dreaming. And then that's your first kind of lucid dreaming affirmation there. And that's cool because eventually you will dream of your grandma. But because you've set up what's called a lucidity trigger, you've set up this idea that grandma equals dreaming. That trigger will be pulled in the lucid dream and suddenly, bam, I'm dreaming. And then you become lucid. And then the aim there is to stay calm. So many times people's first lucid dreams last about 5 seconds because you see your dead grandma or whatever your dream sign is. Oh, it's so cool. Bam. And you wake up. So stay calm, stay cool. So yeah, those are 4 techniques.
What about the hand?
Start with today.
What about the hand trick, Charlie?
That gets a little bit more complicated. But yeah, we can look at that now, as you mentioned it. So there are also things you can do in the waking state to train yourself to lucid dream. And this is called the weird technique or reality checking. So every time in your waking state experience that you experience something strange or dreamlike, like a synchronicity, or someone says something at the same time as you, or like you're walking down the street and there's a stag party where they're all dressed as superheroes, anything where you think that's a bit dreamlike, you ask yourself in the waking state, could I be dreaming? Now, of course, you know you're not dreaming. You're not psychotic. You're just playing a game. You're creating a habit of going, oh, wow, look, people dressed as Superman. That's a bit dreamlike. Could I be dreaming? So you ask yourself, could I be dreaming? And then you do an impossible action. So see if you can put your finger through your hand, or see if you can pull your finger and extend, or see if you can breathe through your nose while you're pinching your nostrils. Try an impossible action. It sounds crazy, right? But we dream about what we do in the daytime. Anyone who's worked in a factory will know this. You spend the whole day packing boxes. What do you dream about at night? Packing boxes. So if you can spend the whole day, every time something dreamlike or strange occurs, you don't ignore it, but you go, oh, could I be dreaming? And do this impossible action. Eventually you dream about that. But in the dream, the impossible action works. And your finger goes through your hand, or your finger pulls, or you can breathe through your nose. And then with that realization, whoa, I must be dreaming. So these are things you can do in the day to lead to lucid dreams at night. So it makes it so fun, because you're doing stuff in the day that's like making you more switched on. You're living more lucidly. Suddenly you see a stag do coming towards you, and rather than being annoyed, oh, there's a bunch of drunk people, you'll be, oh, that's a really cool, chance to do a reality check. This might give me a lucid dream tonight.